Hi there, I'm George Dus, and you're listening to the Spirit of Dating podcast. If you're a woman who's tired of dating advice that either treats love like a strategy game or tells you just to manifest your soulmate with positive thinking, you're in the right place. Because real love happens when the practical meets the spiritual, where honesty meets compassion, where stories become mirrors that help us see ourselves clearly. And that's where the magic of soul connections happens. And honestly, with the world being the way it is now, we've lost so much of that. There's so much division, so much pitting masculine against feminine, that we've forgotten how to connect meaningfully. This show is about finding your way back to that deeper connection. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I'm a tarot reader and an intuitive advisor. I've been working with cards for years, helping people see the truth of their relationships and dating patterns more clearly through readings. But I'm also a man who's lived decades of dating and relationships. Some beautiful, some painful, all of them teaching me something about how attraction works, lessons I learned about myself, how masculine and feminine energy dance together, and what happens when we're finally honest of what we really want. Over the years, I've been deeply aware of how women experience relationships, not just from observation, but from genuinely seeking to understand. This has given me insights to both sides of the equation that most people don't have. For years, I've leaned more into empathy and softness. Honestly, I was the nice guy that women didn't want, even though I couldn't understand why at the time. Over the years, I've reclaimed what I call masculine clarity, having frame, a direction, and standards. And I'll be honest, I still fall into those old patterns sometimes. That balance of awareness and grounded masculine energy, along with my understanding of my own journey, lets me give you perspectives you can't find anywhere else. And just so you know the kind of truth we're exploring here, sometimes you go on a date and you're completely taken off guard. It's not about the restaurant or the plan. It's about the underlying energy that almost gives you that pinch me moment, where you pause and wonder, is this soulful connection really real? That's captivation. That's the moment you catch yourself leaning in, stealing glances, feeling safe and drawn in without even knowing why. That's your intuition speaking. And when a man feels that too, that's when the spark becomes something worth exploring. Now you may be wondering what we're actually going to explore together. Here's what this is all about. Each episode, I share real stories from 3 different sources. Sometimes it's my own dating and relationship experiences, the lessons I learned, the mistakes I made, the moments when everything clicked. Sometimes it's stories from my female friends, women who shared their dating and relationship experiences with me, looking for that masculine perspective on what was really happening beneath the surface. And sometimes it's from readings I've done for clients, anonymized of course, where tarot revealed patterns they couldn't see in the moment, whether they were single, dating, or in a long-term relationships. Because here's what I hear from women constantly. I want to understand what's going on, whether that's someone they just met, someone they've been seeing, or someone they've been with for years. So let's dive into what you can expect from each episode. Let me break down the format for you. First, I'll tell you a real story, whether it's mine, a friend's, or from a reading I've done. Then we'll look at it through what I call the spirit lenses, what the tarot revealed, what intuitive downloads came through, and what was really moving underneath the surface. We'll explore masculine and feminine polarity, why it creates magnetic attraction, and why relationships stall when it's missing. I'll share practical self-awareness tools, attachment styles, love languages, boundaries, and I'll weave in insights from relationship experts like Esther Pearl, John Gray, Corey Wayne, and others who understands how love actually works in the real world. And here's where we get real. I'll share what I call truth-telling moment. These are compassionate but direct observations about patterns I see women engaging in that's actually blocking the love they're seeking. Not to judge, but to hold up a mirror. Because spirit often shows us what we're not ready to see about ourselves. Then I'll give you practical takeaways you can use right away to read the momentum, understand energy, and invite healthy connection naturally and authentically. Each episode ends with what I call Spirit Whisper. One line meant to land in your heart and stay with you. Now let me tell you why this matters on a deeper level. At the heart of it all, dating isn't just about finding the one. It's about discovering who you are in a relationship, your patterns, your wounds, your gifts, the kind of energy that helps you feel safe, desired, and most importantly, empowered. We all have unconscious behaviors that can push away the love we want. Women may test men in ways that drive away good partners, but men do this too. I know, because I sometimes do it myself. Sometimes we send mixed signals. Sometimes we chase when we should be stepping back. Sometimes we focus so much on the ideal that we miss what's real and healthy right in front of us. There's actually a name for this pattern, and we'll explore it in a future episode. I'm going to share these truths with compassion about both masculine and feminine patterns, because I believe that seeing ourselves clearly is the first step toward the love we want. And here's what drives me. I'm genuinely passionate about understanding relationship dynamics. This isn't just content for me. It's a way to share what I truly love exploring while connecting with people who need deeper guidance. Spirit is always offering us mirrors through our relationships. My job is to help you recognize what you're seeing. There's one more thing I want to share with you, and that's how you can be part of this journey. I want this to be more than just me talking at you. I want this to be a conversation, a community where we're all learning together. If you have a dating story, a relationship situation you're trying to understand, or a pattern you keep running into, whether you're single, dating, or in a committed relationship, send it my way. You can email me or reach out on social media, and I'll keep everything anonymous. I might even do a tarot reading on your submission to see what the spirit reveals about the deeper patterns at play. Your stories become mirrors for others listening, both women and men. Your questions help all of us see more clearly. Before we wrap up, there's one final thought I want to share. Here's what I want you to remember. If you're ready for grounded truth, spiritual guidance, and real stories that help you see yourself more clearly in love, you're in the right place. This isn't about being perfect, it's about becoming aware. It's about seeing the patterns that shape our love lives and having the courage to transform them. Because in the end, it's not the apps or the strategies that matter. It's that spark that leaves you with that pinch me feeling, wondering, is this soulful connection really happening? If you ever felt that moment of captivity and don't know what to do with it, stay with me. That's what the spirit of dating is all about. The stories, the insights, the truth, they're all here to help you understand that spark when it shows up, because it will. And finally, this is your spirit whisper to leave you with. Every story has a mirror, every mirror a map, and every map leads us closer to the love we're ready to live. This is the spirit of dating, real stories, real spirit, real dating. I'm George Dus. You can find me at Dus Tarot for personal readings or connect with me on social media. Until next time.
Try to organize my mind while the world falls behind. Slow waltz around the sun. Every year reveals a change. Looking back now, feeling strange. We all learn to be someone. What happens next? What happens next? Won't pretend to know. What happens next? I heard you say to love is to let go. Turning out the light again while I wrestle what's within. Looking out for a friend. What's the one rule we forgot? Say the story or the plot. Something new is over.